Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Future Editing Me. I thought I would film an intro to the video that I will be sharing in a couple of minutes. So a quick life update. My husband is still sick. We're still trying to figure out what his health issue is, but journaling just feels different to me now with him being sick. But what I'm going to share with you is the doodles that I've done for the month of November. I wanted to draw something in here every day. This is my 5-year Hobonichi diary, which I use as my sketchbook. So here's a couple of pages to show you how I've been using the pages. You know, there's been days where I don't draw anything. Over here on the side is where I keep track of the weather. But for the month of November, I decided to try to draw something fun and easy to take the stress in my mind off of what's happening right now in our lives. I just want to let you know that you're just going to see 5 drawings. I do talk a little bit as I'm watercoloring my drawings. I may edit out some of that. You may hear some quiet when my gardener outside decided to turn on the hedge clipper to trim the hedge out front. And yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I apologize that this is not a normal type of video for me where I would generally do a flip through of my planner. I'm just not finding any joy in it right now. Keeping up in my planner, and so it's been hard trying to fill up the pages. So instead, I hope this will do, and I guess just watch me watercolor a couple of Muppets. Okay, I'll see you later. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would film myself watercoloring a couple of doodles that I did in my 5-year Hobonichi A5 size diary, which I've been using as my drawing sketchbook. This will probably be the video that I will upload for Friday. Yeah, so I guess we'll just go there. So you can still see I have some pencil marks on here. The watercolors that I plan on using, so I am not an artist by any means. I'm just somebody that am trying to learn how to draw, and I sort of resigned myself to the fact that I'm probably never going to be somebody, you know, who can draw beautiful things as an urban sketcher sitting outside. I'm going to be the at-home sketcher. So the watercolor tins that I have are from Prima. So this one's called Tropical. I have one called Decadent Pies. This one, I guess, is called Odyssey. I have the classics, and you'll soon discover by looking, if I use these and open it up, that I don't mix colors. If I can buy the tin that will have the color that I'm looking for, then that's what I will use, instead of trying to mix colors to try to create another color. This is Paul Rubens. This is that glittery set that I've talked about before. It's glimmery, kind of shimmery. And then the last one was the one that I filmed a while back. Oops, sorry about that. So the last one I wanted to share was this guy that I purchased from Amazon by Crafty Manor, which is also a glimmery type watercolor. So I'm going to first erase the pencil marks off of Kermit's face, and then try to find a shade of green that I think will match that. You'll also hear in the background the gardener. He was quiet for a little while, and I've been waiting for him to finish up, and I don't think he's going to. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. If it gets too loud, I will just, during the editing process, just delete all the volume so you can't hear them, and then it'll just be quiet, since I haven't exactly figured out how to add music to the video. And the other thing I should probably share with you is this water pen. It is from Mr. Pen, and this is what I like to use to watercolor. And then I have an old napkin here somewhere. Right there to dab. I think Kermit is this green color. So I think I'm going to use this little lime green color on his collar, and then probably use a darker green for Kermit himself. I have not been doing much journaling lately. I've sort of lost the joy of journaling in my planners, in my Hobonichi, the Sterling ink. My husband's health issues we still haven't figured out what's wrong with them. And that's been really stressful and has sort of taken a toll on us. Which is why I decided to try to get back into this, just to distract myself from what's happening right now. It's not a great place to be. So hopefully you'll be okay with this video instead of a normal flip through of my planner. And then in the background, you can also hear my neighbor's parrot next door. This water brush pen doesn't seem to be wanting to gush out too much water. Sorry about that. My husband called, so I needed to talk to him about his upcoming medical appointments. And then my water pen stopped working, so I took the lid from a Disneyland popcorn bucket and filled it with some water. Not the cleanest of lids, but I want to get this done with Kermit colored, and I don't even think this is the right shade of green, but I'm just going to go with it now. So I just dipped the pen tip into the water just so I can get it working. I don't know where the other pens, the other watercolor brush pens are. I thought I had it in the bag beside me, and I don't see them in there, so it's not something I really want to go looking for right now. So I think what I'm going to do is let this dry a little bit, and since I have a habit of putting a little glitter or shimmer on top of my watercolor, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if I want to try to color in this lime green. Let's try 19, which I'm gonna guess and pick this color. Let's see if there's a nicer shade of pink for his tongue. think that looks a little better. And let's go with this one for the green. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave Kermit alone. I'm gonna let him dry, and then I'm gonna work on the next doodle. Okay, so the next one I tried to draw on the second was Miss Piggy. These were not the easiest to draw as I thought they would be. She turned out to be a lot harder than I thought. So I sketch in pencil, and then I outline with the Sharpie. This is supposed to be a no bleed pen in the fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with the shimmery to make her really pretty. I already like this pink. So let's see how dark that will make her. So in case you didn't know and you're new here, Bruce was our English bulldog. He passed away. It's been it'll be 11 months on the 23rd. But it was kind of hard to journal while he was sick. I'm gonna give her some gold hair for her blonde. And I tried best to record, taking lots of photos of him and recording it in my planner. Somehow it's been different since it's my husband and we don't have kids. It's just the two of us. I don't know if that's what makes it different. My family's nearby, but his is, they live up in Northern California. And he said to me a long time ago that we've been together longer together than we were apart. So, and we've been together for a really long time. And I knew we weren't going to live forever, but it's just kind of strange now to kind of think of your mortality a bit more. Her eyes are weird. So I'm trying my best not to, I need some more water. This is, unfortunately, I'm just kind of struggling with this water pen. I think I need a better blue. Okay, so from my classics, I'm gonna try that shade of light blue. Maybe it'll look better once it dries. Okay. And then I guess we'll just color this purple to make it match. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave her like that. I'm gonna let her dry, and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so I think she's dry enough. So let's see who the next one is. I think it's Fozzie Bear. So I drew the New Guinea singing dog in 2023. And then in 2025, I drew Fozzie. So I drew him on the 3rd. And I went ahead and just took up the space. And I know when I look at this on the left-hand side, when I look at Fozzie, it says 2025, even though his info is in the row for 2024. I knew that I drew him in 2025. Again, I know what I'm doing, so it's okay that the information for Fozzie is not in the correct row. I also keep track of the weather and the humidity for each day of the year. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking because now my gardener is going crazy with the hedge cutter in the front. In the Odyssey tin, you can see how clean it looks too. I don't really like to mix my colors too much. I think I'm gonna try that brown for Fozzie. Hopefully it'll be in the right shade. Guess we'll find out. So I think what I'm going to do is just go light with this color. And then in the second go around, once it dries, I'll go back and make it darker if I have to, which I probably will. I don't think Fozzie is this light in color. Ooh, that's too dark. Try squeezing it. See if I can get more water to help spread the color. And I'm not good with like the shading, you know, with the light coming from this side and then this side should be darker. I'm not good like that. I'm just happy if it looks close to what it should. I'll take that as my win. Try this red for his nose. Which is the same red. So if that's his tongue, so this would be his mouth. So now I'm in the classics. to get the black for his eyebrows and then the dark brown for his hat. And I'm hoping I can find 30 characters to draw for the Muppets every day for the month of November. That's my goal, to try to do this every day. And if I don't, again, I'm not going to stress out about it. I will just try to play catch up and have the month of November filled with Muppets. I've looked online into what my husband's health issues could be, and it's been really depressing to read it, so I don't recommend it to anybody. I don't like surprises either, but to read what it could be is not, it's not healthy. Don't do it. But I've been trying to stay positive for the both of us, because I'm hoping positivity will attract more positivity. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. And this, since this is supposed to be a fedora, I'm just going to make that stripe thing in his hat just a little darker with some black. I think that came out okay. Okay, so I'm gonna let Fozzie and the New Guinea singing dog dry, and then I think I have two more. I have Gonzo and Camilla, his girlfriend, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I think Fozzie is dry enough, as well as the New Guinea singing dog. Now we'll move on to Gonzo. Doesn't really look like him. I couldn't figure out a good profile for him, so I just decided to go with him face on, dead on. And I think it came out okay, but again, I don't know how much, if it really looks like him. So maybe he'll look better once I color him in. So I'm gonna probably go with the, let's see, he's a dark blue. I might try London, which is in this one, which is in the Odyssey. He has eyebrows, which I didn't draw. Okay, so I guess those are going to be his eyebrows. Interesting. Oh, that's probably why it doesn't really look like him. It's because I messed that part up. So like Fozzie, I'm gonna go in light first and then come back in with the second. Coloring round to get it darker to the right shade, or close to that shade, I should probably say. Yeah, I don't think this looks like Gonzo at all. Okay, so let's color in his eyebrows. And I guess we'll do a shade of purple. So let's go to the last one. So this is Camilla. This is a pencil board that I made. So it's out of cardboard. I had some scrapbook paper that I liked. I taped it down, and then I used packing tape and just went over it. So I use this to put between the pages, especially when it's watercolored. And then for her beak, I'm gonna try for that shade of orange, which is part of the tropicals. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do now is go over it, since I have white paint. Here in the classics, I'm gonna go over it. I'm gonna dip my water brush pen into the water and get this really wet. Since Camilla is a white chicken, I don't think I'm gonna put the shimmer on her. If anything, I'm gonna wait for this to dry. I'm gonna redo her eyes again so that they pop out. So what do you think? I gave it a couple of minutes to let it dry. I think I'm just gonna see what it looks like. What a difference it makes. So let's see if I could do this carefully. I still have problems with my wrist and my thumb. So hopefully I won't twitch and mess it up. So that's it. So these are the 5 characters that I drew from the Muppets, starting on the 1st of November. So there's Kermit. Let's go a little closer. So here's Kermit. There's Piggy. Fozzie and the New Guinea singing dog. My version of Gonzo. And Camilla the chicken, Gonzo's girlfriend. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you would like to see, I guess, what I draw next. And I will see you guys whenever I upload again. Thanks for watching. Bye.